welcome by all means. In the top right, we've got action, and in the bottom right, it is your very own soO from StarCraft 2, of course. The Zerg player that did retire a few years ago, I think, and who is famous for making second places, who is currently insanely good in Broodwar. He's really high up in the ladder, like rank, I don't know, at least top 5, maybe top 10, somewhere around there. And it's not like the game or the score, it's actually his MMR is really, really high, so he's like on the high-end MMR, like 2.6k and whatnot, 2.7k. And apparently info from Matosis was he's about to qualify for ASL or something, so we might see him actually in televised matches again, but just not in SC2. At least not for now. I mean, he's about to play that Legends game, right? So he should actually grind some SC2, but he apparently is only playing SC Broodwar. I've seen him, by the way, online, like for almost a year. I have him on my friends list, and I see him always in StarCraft 1. And I was like messaging him a couple times, but unfortunately he didn't really respond back. If he's like now playing Broodwar and saying like, give me your handle, I want to cast your game, stuff like that. Didn't work out. So now we have him in a ZvZ here, and so this is gonna pick up very fast. We do have soO going into that expand build and into the pool with the extractor afterwards. On the other side is gonna be the layer first with the bunch of links going to pressure and the speed coming in afterwards here for action. So action is gonna be the aggressive tech-oriented player here, and is gonna go for a later expand, if any at all. Now soO needs to defend this. You kind of wanna just get link speed really early here as soO, and try to take the map control. You will have that excess lava, but right now he kind of has to defend here. You cannot let this one die. So probably he's actually gonna, whoa, he's gonna cancel this. Well, that's an interesting move here. So you will get a cancel. That's actually going to throw soO quite far behind here. He's immediately going into a sunken colony, making that lair and throwing down a second hatchery inside his main base. Oh, that's an interesting move. I like that, actually. I feel like you kind of needed to defend that base, but I guess he doesn't want to lose the drones, but he still needs that extra production because he's going to be behind otherwise. Now he's going to throw down a second hatchery in the main, and you'll just have excess lava, basically, but it will be safe, quote unquote, because, well, it's going to be in the main, so it's only one location to defend against meters. Now, he still kind of has to do something more with this. I wonder why he's mining that one out. Oh, so he's making more Zerglings, so he wants to break this, and he's going to have the better surface area because he's going to have more links who can use the better area because he breaks open the field. And now he can push down. Oh, action just reinforcing with a couple of links here, so he will finish up his Congo line here. And soO, oh, he gets a favorable trade on the first one. Yeah, now he can break through. That was a little bit sloppy from action. He was trying to contain him, but he makes a little bit of a mistake there. soO with a very nice reaction. And I think he has to counter this hatchery now. Or what did he cancel there? I think it was a creep colony. But yeah, there's a spire going down here for soO as well. There's gonna be mutas, but they'll have to play defense because the links are pressuring across the map. There's one drone with one link. They're not gonna defend against 7 links or 8 links here. And he'll get an easy cancel. This is 10 links, man. It's so much. He'll get an easy cancel. He only fights the one link and the drone with one of his own links and gets the cancel here. So no additional base for action. And action is kind of playing soO's game. Now soO can just go for some drone assassinations. Every drone he kills is a very big win because he already killed the army. I think he gets 1. He gets a second drone. He gets 2 drones. But this is such a big win. Oh, if he can kill this one as well. He has been chasing this for a while, but unfortunately he does not get it. Drone gets away there. He needs to be a little bit careful though. Mutas are on the map and he has his overlords quite spread. But he is gonna have 5 mutas, a couple of scourges here in just a moment. That actually, this macro hatch in the main base might be genius. It might be the actual response to do. If you have to cancel your natural base, you don't have to kind of save it. You don't want to invest the drones. You just get the money back. You make a hatchery. You take the 100 minerals loss. You make a hatchery in your main base. You still get that extra production value going. And now we're gonna see an overlord die because, well, man, Action might just lose this. This is looking very promising. He has so much production right now. He is starved for money, so he can't really make that much more. There's gonna be 6 mutas against 5 mutas, but 4 Scourge already in the mix here. Now there's the first couple of Scourge coming in from Action as well. Where are the mutas? Oh, there they are. So he's trying to intercept the Scourge, and now it comes down to the engagement. Who's gonna win this one? Oh, there was a really good connection on the mutas here for... It was a really good connection for Action at first, but in the end the Scourge do prevail here, and maybe soO can snowball this. Oh, it's so close, but I think it's just gonna be very even in the end. The issue is though, Action can just re-engage whenever. Oh, he only has 2 mutas. And there's 3 for soO. So he can re-engage whenever anything pops from his axe. But there is gonna be 2 more Scourge. If soO can find these mutas and land a hit on those, also just go over the drones, kill a couple of drones. It's always nice. He gets 1. Might get a second one. That's a lot of damage. 3 drones. He cannot lose these mutas though. He loses a muta to the Scourge. 1 more Scourge. Can he intercept the Scourge? So both players do intercept the Scourges. Now it's 4 mutas against 2. soO has to be on the run here. I don't think he can win this fight. He's so greedy with this. It's insane. Oh, he made links! So he had excess minerals. He was kind of starved for the gas. He immediately needs to take that gas. Drones are kind of running a little bit rampant here. In Action, it's gonna go across the map now with the muta ball. soO needs to be careful. Yeah, really good to see you. He's actually going into an Evo chamber, so he wants to play a defensive game. He wants to transition. This is such a brilliant move again. If he can make it happen, he traded a lot against the mutas. He killed again a bunch of drones. Now, if he can kill more drones here, he keeps them back in the base, and any drone he can get is going to be so huge. He gets the first one. I think he might have only gotten 1 here. I should actually look at the drone counts. He's still in the lead. This is looking very promising again. But we are gonna see a huge mutaflock in a very short moment. Spore colonies are gonna finish up here in more and more Scourge for the defense. So if he can just zone out the mutas, it should be enough. He only has, what, 3 himself though? So it's not really many. And he has 2... Yeah, like he has a bunch of Scourge. He's making more and more mutas. It's like an interesting blue mine out his own ramp minerals. Oh yeah, that was because he wanted to overpower the contain. It was a very brilliant move actually, because it managed him to... There was a contain on the low ground, and then he had his links on the high ground, and they had the same amount of links, but he reinforced with more, so he mined this out to get maximal surface area, right? So he can overwhelm. And it worked out perfectly. He got like 1 link for free, and then he completely snowballed that fight like crazy, and like he won. I think he was in the end with 10 links to 1. So that was a really good move. And this blue player, by the way, it's soO from StarCraft 2 Shield Battery. Not sure if you know him, but he might be someone you had on the radar if you ever watched a little bit of professional StarCraft 2 in the last 15 years. And apparently he's really, really good right now. I did just talk to Dan this morning, and he said like, yeah, soO's about to qualify for ASL, so he is extremely powerful. And I've actually seen him be online in Broodwar for like the past 2 years, non-stop. Since this retirement, he immediately queued up SC1. This is a StarCraft 2 retirement. Now let's see, and he's apparently starting to get there. Let's see this fight here. There's the Spore, there's a bunch of Scourge here. There's also a bunch of Scourge for Action though. Action could just still break him, and he only kind of needs to take out a bunch of the drones. But he's very committed to this though. He's not really making too many drones himself, finally transitioning a little bit more into that economy, but he has been behind in economy the whole time. And this is really starting to pay off. soO's actually remaking the drones he's losing. Like a real chat. And he has a full group of mutas. So he can snipe these Scourge quite easily. And in conjunction with the Spore Crawlers, it's gonna be a really, really hard to break position here for action. It feels like this has just not paying off for him. He needs to think of something else. And again, I can't stress this enough, this macro hatchery is just doing so much for soO. It's such a brilliant move. He can actually outproduce his opponent all time long. He's basically on 3 hatches right now. Even though he loses his drones, it's not such a big deal because he can still produce the same amount of army and reproduce the drones. I really love this. Look at that. He's like, every drone he's losing, he's replacing. It's such a brilliant move. This macro hatchery. And now he's about to have 2 groups of air units. I think he's gonna go over this and overwhelm. I don't think Action is gonna have enough to deal with this. He simply does not have the unit count. It's the production, it's the money, the income that has been missing for the whole time. Look at that, he's about to hit 2 full groups here. Starting to eclipse the supply, 10 supply up. Loses another drone, I bet you he's gonna remake that one. Let's see, where is it? Okay, it's not there yet, but he'll do that. He might even go into a bunch of links here to overwhelm on the ground as well. This is looking so promising here for our Blue Zerg player. Now, he has a good shot on that Mutaflock. If he can catch this one, Action, this is his only asset he really has. And there he goes. Can't believe it. soO, the master of disaster here. Whoa. Yo, this was insane. What a great game by soO. Cool ZvZ, but I really like the decision to go into that. Like, cancel the natural, which was under pressure, and just throw down the natural, like the macro hatch in the base. It was such a brilliant move. He needed that extra production, and he made such a nice use of that. It was just perfect.